bring a bunch of people over here.
Dude,
now.
you've been hiding. I've been looking for you for 5 days. Why do you hate the media? Why have you been hiding from there?
Have I not been sitting right there?
You've been sitting there, but you're with Nick Pivetta. I'm not going near you if you're next to Pivetta. He wants to hard us.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm learning.
Okay, when you have...
It's like lights in the water, here comes fish.
Yeah, here we go. There's blood in the water.
There is. I'm so sorry. He was trying to hide from us. So, Michael, at your extension press conference, you were asked about AJ Preller, and you said that you signed with the Padres because of AJ Preller. What's it, knowing that he will be your GM for the next several years?
I mean, it's awesome. I've never met anybody like him, especially in the GM world. He's going to put together the best team that he possibly can with whatever restrictions are put on him, and it's honestly really impressive. So I can't wait to see the final product here and the final product for the next however many years I'm here.
It's been a wild couple of days here following this team. What do you think of the new additions that he has made?
I mean, I love him. You can see my locker mate here. He's an awesome dude. I actually was getting all of my scouting reports based on his stuff a few years ago. I thought that we had similar stuff, so it's fun to pick his brain already since he's been out here. I know he's had some injuries in a rough year last year, but I think that him working with Ruben will get him right back on track, and he'll be a big producer for us. And then, I think Canning stuff's incredible. I don't know when he'll actually be able to help us at the big league club, but when he's back, it's great. And I actually looked up my numbers against Castellanos, and I don't want you guys to do it right now. So I'm very happy that I won't have to face him.
Physically, how you feel right now?
Great, really good. Yeah, live today. Everything's been totally normal.
You came into camp and it's like, okay, do the Padres have enough starting pitching? And now 5 days later, it's like, do the Padres have too many starting pitchers? So how quickly can things change in this game?
Yeah, I mean, I was happy with the depth that we had, but I think that you can never have too much starting pitching. I think that I don't know how many starters we used last year. Ruben used a line of like 30 total pitchers last year. Pitching, in my head, wins championships, so you might as well have as much depth as you can.
And you mentioned Ruben. What is it about him? A lot of guys come here who maybe have an injury issue, and all of a sudden they have that bounce back here. What is it about him that helps guys just overcome that kind of a thing and go back to kind of being the best version of themselves?
I think it's a couple things. I think our biomechanics are great. I think that they optimize health and performance instead of just trying to get the most velo or stuff that you possibly can. And to me, Ruben was huge with confidence. And so coming off an injury, you're almost thinking every time out there, like, am I still hurt? Am I still hurt? Can I still do this? And Ruben just brings out the best in terms of your confidence level while you're out there pitching. So I think a combination of those two things are lethal for a pitcher.
You see all the projections of the Padres. Again, they're kind of, people think you're going to be like middle of the pack here. It seems like every year this team gets overlooked and then overperforms what people think. Is this just another example of that?
Yeah, we like to keep it that way. It's good.
What is it about this organization that is so good about keeping their core together, from the players up to the general manager, and how much confidence does it give you guys as players to know that this group is going to stay together?
I think it starts from the top down. So keeping Preller here for the duration of his contract and keeping all of our big dogs, our leaders here, makes it so it just trickles down. And now the guys that have been in spring training for a couple of years that haven't broke with a big league team yet feel the atmosphere of the clubhouse as soon as they walk in, and it's a winning atmosphere, and we just got to ultimately get to the finish line.
Is it impressive to see, even with the possible sale looming, that they're still willing to invest like this?
Absolutely, yeah, and obviously we hope that the new owner is going to spend even more. We obviously really believe in the guys that we have here, and you can't have too much talent, and I know that we're going to be competing for it regardless.
It's a ways off, talking about ownership and things, and then what's going to be happening, after the season with labor and all that kind of stuff. As a player, are you on the side of if there's a cap, there needs to be a floor, or are you no cap? I'm no cap.
That sounds like a Gen Z term, but
That's no cap.
Yeah, that's no cap. Yeah, I mean, I think that I think how we've done it still needs to be a little bit changed. In terms of CBA, but I don't think that a cap benefits players at all.
You guys are going into this regular season with two different catchers, behind the plate. How much work have you been putting in with Luis Campusano?
Yeah, I mean, Campy's probably known me the best of any catcher in here. Obviously, when I got over here in 23, he was our starter, and I worked with him still a couple times last year too. So I think honestly, developing a relationship with Freddie is more on my docket because I had Diaz last year, and so I've thrown just bullpen with Freddie this year, and then I don't know who I have today in live BP, but both of them are going to be there. I mean, Campy's bat, you can't deny what he did last year. So I think he deserves an opportunity. And Freddie's Freddie. So I'm excited to work with both of them.
Freddie in that playoff game, right? You got a
Yeah, one inning.
Yeah.
I had one inning. I think I had one start with Freddie last year. So yeah, we're developing that relationship, and I think that's huge for a pitcher. I think that the communication between the two of us and just getting on the same page makes it so the rhythm of the game flows. And when we're rhythmic, we can kind of pounce on hitters instead of not knowing what we're doing. And I think that all starts in spring training.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.